Overthinking is not healthy. For the most part, it's not healthy. You know, it gives you depression, it gives you more anxiety, it ruins your life, it ruins your happiness. You waste a lot of time. I remember once I was at my mum's, and my dad said to me, what did he say to me? He was asking about the work that I do. He said, "He's still doing that work. You help people with their problems, and you do a lot of that deep psychological, talking and stuff, and it's not always good." And I got upset at the time. It triggered me a bit. It made me angry, because I love what I do, and I like helping people, and I analyse a lot as well. I've got the similar brain to most of my clients, most people that follow me, right? But after reflecting on what my dad said, I realised that that is true, that is correct. Obviously, helping people is great, but over-analysing isn't healthy. And I thought about what he said more in a positive way, where you're not, there's positive thinking where you're not over-analysing. Emotionally, you're in a sound place, you're relaxed, you're calm, and you're more reflecting on things in a way that's healthy. It's not making you depressed, and we know that. We know those two differences of states of living. But when you're in deep analysis, where you're judging yourself, you're judging others, you're judging everything in life, you're analysing, you're going in, it's a nightmare. So that sort of deep analysis continuously can run you into the ground. It can cause mental health problems, it really can, because you're just over-analysing. And if you keep analysing something, you're going to find a problem in it, and you're going to get down, and there's no end. How long is a piece of string? My friend said that once, burst out laughing, and that also upset me as well, got me triggered. And then I laughed. So there is a lot of truth in it. There is a healthy amount of thinking that's healthy. There is a healthy amount of analysing that is healthy. But notice how we say healthy balance. Karate Kid, Daniel's son. I'm not going to do the voice, right? It's not appropriate. I don't want to upset my neighbours, and don't want my landlord to throw me out. Quite like this place. But it's about a balance. So if you're out of balance, your thinking is destructive. It's not helping you. And it's certainly not reducing your anxiety. So how do we change this? How do we break this pattern of over-analysing things too much? Over-analysing our whole life. Our relationships with our family, our relationships with our friends, what people think about us. What our neighbours think, our career, our co-workers, our life, our past, society. How do we stop doing that? Well, number one, you've got to become aware that you're doing it, and you've got to become aware of the negative effects that it's having on you. Ask yourself a question. Is your analysing helping you in a positive way? Is it making you feel good? Is it giving you good mental health? Is it helping you to be a better person? Are you enjoying your life more? Simple answer, yes or no. And if the answer's no, it's not helping, then you've got to stop doing it. Now, if you said to me, no, it's helping me, it makes me happy, then keep doing it. So it's getting that right balance. So that's the first step. The second step is by doing without thinking about it so much. So there's things that we all got to do in life, most of which are simple things like work, communicating with our family and friends, buying coffee in the morning at the shop, paying our bills, going to the gym, traveling. There's only so many things that we can do, that we do in life, but it's how we do them. If you stop analysing these things and you get into a habit of doing them, what happens? You enjoy doing them, you don't think about it. How many times in your life has someone said to you at some point, how do you do that? I can't do that. And you say, well, just do it. Well, it's because you don't think about it, you don't analyse it. You've been in a habit of doing it so long now that you've mastered it. You're good at your job. So it's a habit, it's a skill. But you've got to have the awareness of when you're over-analysing something. So for example, you can wake up in the mirror, wake up in the morning. That's good, I made a mistake there, right? You can see that I'm not perfect, none of us are. That's funny, you're going to clip me, edit that. So people wake up in the morning, they shouldn't do it, right? And I do it sometimes. We're human, we have insecurities. They check on their phone, and then they check in the mirror to see how they're looking, if they look good or not, they feel attractive. But if you stare in the mirror so long, what happens? Well, the mirror starts to be unkind to you. You start to notice things. I got a spot. I don't like how my hair. And you start to feel down. You're over-analysing rather than just going, yeah, I obviously need to check in the mirror. I'm smart, my tie's on. I feel good. I'm grateful for who I am. And then you leave it as that. So there's a point where you got to break that chain of thought. Or people will say, right, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to do my routine. If you analyse it, you're not going to lift weights. Right. Before I do that weight, I need to stand there. you're not going to do it. You're not going to enjoy your life. At some point, we've got to stop thinking and start living. We've got to stop over-analysing and just trust ourselves and go at it. And stop being in so much fear and anxiety, and stop judging yourself so harshly in other people. So you get into a flow and then you enjoy it. When you enjoy something, you don't doubt yourself. When you're in flow, basically when you're relaxed, when there's no anxiety, when you're not worrying, you're not thinking. When you're not thinking, you're happy. Most of unhappiness of human beings, if not all, comes from unhealthy thinking. Now, when you're in flow, when you're enjoying life, and you're with your family and friends, you can think in a way that's helpful and positive. You might say, oh, I just remembered, I need to pay my rent. Oh, I remembered, I need to go and buy some healthy food today. I promised myself I'm going to cook a healthy meal, I'm going to get certain ingredients. That's good thinking. It's productive, it's positive, it's intelligent, it's not over-analysing. But if you're sitting down for 7 hours a day, 9 hours, studying everyone's behaviour, every angle of psychology, always studying people's issues, always looking for flaws in people, always thinking you've got to fix your issues, you're not going to be happy, man. You're going to be miserable, you're going to be depressed. You're going to constantly find problems in people, you're going to find problems in yourself all the time. You're never going to be grateful. So at some point you've got to say, man, we've got to come out of the therapy chair and we just got to enjoy life and go back to the basics of how you were when you were happy. Ask yourself these questions. How was you when you were happy? How were you behaving? I guarantee you, you were not in deep psychological analysis. So there is truth in it. Now, a counter argument. I do agree. Some people will say, well, that person doesn't reflect enough. They don't work their issues out. They need to get therapy. They're angry and stressed all the time. Their blood pressure's high. They're breathing heavy. They're not safe to be around. Yeah, there's some balance. They probably need to get some therapy, absolutely. They need some mentors. They need to do a bit of analysing, a bit of over-analysing to get to the bottom of the problem, what's causing the problem, and then they can fix it. So of course, balance. There is time. There is a time to analyse and think, and if you want to work your issues out, by all means do. But if you overdo anything, it can be too much. It doesn't work for you. So if your therapy's working, keep doing it. If your therapy's not working, stop doing it. And enjoy your life more, and you don't have to analyse as much. And I've said there's exercises. If you ask me what can we do to stop this, go for a run, watch this, right exercise now. The questions are going to come, yeah, but how long do I run for? What are the right running trainers? What is the right diet? It's too much now, guys and girls. You've lost me. Now you can't enjoy the run because you're going to compare yourself to someone. You know, you're going to try and say, well, I've got to outrun David Goggins. It's like, no, you don't have to do that. Everyone's an individual. You've got something great in you. Don't do that. Don't try and outrun me. You can if you want. Just enjoy the run. Do a 30-minute run. Don't analyse it. Just go run. And if the run goes well, brilliant, great. Give yourself a pat on the back. And if you don't enjoy the run and you think that you didn't do good, well, then do better next time. So it's making things simple, not adding on extra things that you don't need. Running helps to reduce anxiety and over-analysis and thinking. Cooking, going to the gym, laughing with your friends, having a good time, you know, being kind to your parents, being helpful, cleaning your apartment. Simple daily things will give you this correct balance, and then you won't be worried about what people are thinking. So there is a healthy balance. And then your brain, your mind, has got an amazing way if you train it. Your mind's got a way of regulating your thought process in a way that's positive and helpful. So there is positive thinking. Of course, that's why you've got a brain. You know, there is a time to be intellectual, absolutely. And there's a time to question things and think about them before you do them, because you need to do them right. But there's a time where that school of thought don't work. That gets in the way. You can't even go and cook a meal because you're having to do deep analysis and read 100 books on how to fry some salmon in a pan. It's not necessary. So, you know, I like to explain this to people, and then we don't need to explain it. And then we go, no, we don't need to talk about it too much. Just start living and enjoying. So you do it. Hope that helps. It helped me, helps my clients, and people have helped me many times. It helped me to hear my dad say that and my friends say that, because we all get caught up in that at times. Us teachers do, yeah. We do. We get caught up because we do that for a job, for a living. And that doesn't mean we've got to stay there all the time. And that's why I say to my clients sometimes, we don't have to we don't have to play that role all the time. Teacher, student, and ticking boxes. Relax, man. How you feeling? Get it out. Let's have a coffee. You're watching the boxing. You've got the Tyson Fury Usyk coming up. I'm excited about that. You know, did you see your family this week? What's your favourite comedy? Lighten the mood, man. Just be normal, be human, enjoy life. Anyway, I rest my case. That's it.